I'm Meg, and we are the two wine women.
If our corkscrews could talk.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about summer wines. Here in Colorado it's been raining a lot and it's been very unseasonably cool, but today, well, this morning it was raining a lot, but right now we have a very beautiful day.
And now it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It's Colorado.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wines that we're going to be talking about today. Some are good just for summer drinking, and some we'll be recommending that you eat with summer kinds of food like barbecue. Why don't we start with what we have in our glass?
With what I'm already sucking down. So one of the best wines to drink in summer, in my opinion, and I think Meg's too, is a rosé. And rosés get a really bad rap because of their color. People seem to think that they're kind of wimpy, that they're in some way related to white Zinfandel, which sweet wines, which you will never catch us drinking a white Zinfandel. But rosés are actually really amazing. They're made basically with red wine. All rosés, all pink colored wines are made with red grapes. So you can make them with a cab grape or a Grenache grape or Syrah grape. And the reason that they're pink is the fruit or the liquid that is produced from the wine sits on the skins of the grape for just a minute, maybe a couple of hours, and then it's taken off, and that's what gives it the pink tint. You know, there's so many different styles of rosé. Just like white wine, you can find them that are super dry. Yes, super dry, or sweet ones, and actually white Zin is considered a rosé, but we won't even categorize it in the same category. They range in colors, from ones that just have a hint of pink to them to some that are really dark pink. So anyway, they're all made in all countries, but the birth of the rosé is in the Rhone Valley.
And this is a Côte d'Rône.
Yes. So what we're drinking today, Margaret, is a Côte d'Rône rosé, a 2013 Domaine de la Mordorée. I totally just trashed that. No one can speak French. And this wine is a blend. And this is a very typical Côte d'Rône blend for rosés. It's 50% Grenache, 30% Syrah, and 20% Sanson. Don't know how to pronounce that either.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like no other wine, really. It's not particularly sweet at all.
No.
Like
This one is a drier rosé.
And it has some minerality, in my opinion.
Yes. On the nose, it's they can all be described the same, but fruity, florally, but the taste can, depending on where they are grown or where they are made, and what grapes that are used to produce the wine, it can be fruity, florally, savory, and sweet, like the white Zinfandel.
And I would even say this has a little tannin. Do you taste tannins in it?
It does.
Which is really unusual.
Yeah, I think that comes from the short time that it spends on the red skins, which is where the tannin comes from.
Yep.
Anyway, it's damn good.
Yeah, and this is something you could pretty much drink with anything in the summer. It's just refreshing, and
yeah,
it would pair well with just about any kind of food, whether it's, you know, something off of the grill, or whether it's cheese or watermelon for that matter.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
You could eat it with anything. This is probably a really familiar label if you drink any kind of white wine at all, but the Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio is really widely distributed, and I think about 15 years ago somebody at a restaurant told me that this wine is sold more than any other wine in restaurants in the world. And I don't know if that's still the case, and I don't even know if this guy knew what he was talking about, but basically you can find it in pretty much any kind of wine store or your local liquor store. You have a really good chance that this wine will be for sale somewhere. It's about a $12 to $20 bottle of wine, so, you know, not a super cheap one, but it's definitely affordable. And it also is really good in the summertime. It is crisp and clean, and it has flavors of peach and apricot and tropical fruits. So in the summertime, you know, a lot of people will grill fruits on the grill to pair with, you know, grilled meats, and this would be a perfect wine for that. It also, just like the rosé, is a perfect wine to just sip, drink for nothing. Yeah, with nothing. It's a really versatile food wine, but also just a good sipping wine.
Or when you bag out of work like Meg did today at noon.
1 o'clock?
1 o'clock?
Yeah.
You can start drinking a little
Yeah.
Santa Margherita.
And something which you might want to know is Pinot Grigio is what they call this grape in Italy, but pretty much everywhere else they call it Pinot Gris. So they're both basically the same grape, and if you see a Pinot Gris, then it pretty much has the same characteristics probably of this wine. Although you have to take into account where it was grown. And
oof. We are in Meg's backyard in Kencarol Valley, Colorado. And this is one of my favorite places to come in the summer, especially in the summer, because as you can see, it's paradise. And if you have any liking to the outdoors, this is one of the best places to live. So we'll probably be doing more videos from out here.
Yeah, as long as the weather holds.
All right. Another great summer wine, Meg introduced me to when we went on a little wine tasting trip in Virginia. And I had no idea that Virginia even produced wine, but I was visiting Meg in Washington when she was living there, and she says, let's go wine tasting in Virginia. Like,
Washington, D.C., not Washington State.
Sorry, yes.
Although,
yes,
this is Washington.
This is a Washington State wine. So she says, in Virginia, they make this wine called Viognier. And I'm like, Viognier? Viognier? Anyway, turned me on to Viognier, which, again, is the perfect summer drinking wine. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing, and can be drunk alone, with or without food. It's just amazing. It's also historically found in the Rhone Valley of France, but now it's produced all over the world. And this particular one comes from Walla Walla Valley in Washington State. It can be like a Chardonnay, but I think what sets a Viognier apart from a Chardonnay is it's really aromatic. So right away, there's just like bam in the nose. It's like flowers and really ripe citrus fruits, and right, doesn't it smell good?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And typically Chardonnays don't have, they are aromatic, but not as aromatic as a Viognier, and they're more oaky. So anyway, so this one is called a Cougar Crest, a 2013 Viognier. I got it for, I think, $22 on sale today, but it usually on the website it said it was $24, so it's in our price range, around the $20 price range. That's where we try to keep most of our wines, or yeah, well, cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Because of its aromaticness, if that's a word, because of its aroma and its strong aroma, it really pairs well if you're going to choose to eat with it. Spicy foods, Thai, Mexican, Caribbean, those kind of foods. So it goes well with spicy foods.
Yeah, cool. This smells amazing. Cheers.
Cheers.
Big ears.
Oh, man. It's a little sweet too, but
it is
not sweet like.
It's so different than this. Like this is so mineral acid. This is so smooth in a way. It's not oaky smooth or buttery smooth, but it's like.
And Viognier is a grape. So most Viogniers are mostly made out of Viognier grape. I don't know that there's any blends that they can call a Viognier. I think it's 100%.
And I think the Virginia Viogniers are just world class. I think they're so good because Virginia wines in general have a long way to go. Not to say that they're bad; they just are. They're up and coming, basically.
Yeah.
But the Viogniers, I think, are better than any other, or on par with other Viogniers that I've tasted.
I got a bug in my Viognier.
That's
more protein.
Bonus. While you're dealing with your little bugs, I'm going to talk about a couple of red wines. Now, I just want to say a couple of things about red wines and the summertime. First of all, most places are hot in the summertime, so red wines are just not that refreshing in summer. So, you know, but we know a lot of people that are just red wine drinkers. They won't drink anything but red wines.
My husband.
Really?
Well,
yeah.
Sometimes.
But he loves red. Yeah, he does prefer the red.
Yeah. Your husband too, right?
No, he likes
goes
everything.
back and forth.
Yeah, but last weekend we were on Beth's beautiful deck with the panoramic view of the mountains, and her husband made filet mignon, and we ate it with red wine, and it was weather just like this, and it was wonderful.
It was good.
Oh my God, that wine that we had was amazing. Well, a couple of wine bottles that we had.
Or 5.
But that's another thing, you know, if you have exhausted all of your your white wine and your pink wine, and people are still wanting to drink wine, just bring out some reds.
Bring out the reds.
But word to the wise, bring out cheap reds, because you don't want to waste a really, really nice bottle of red wine when people are just not going to enjoy it as much as they would in the fall or the winter time with, you know, by a cozy fire, you know, with spaghetti or steak or whatever. So
it won't stay at 64 degrees, which is the intended drinking
exactly,
temperature.
Yeah, we're even a little nervous with these cheap wines out in the sunshine. But this is a Rosenblum Cellar Vintners Cuvée 36. Every year it changes, but this is a Zinfandel, and Zinfandels are really, really good for to pair with barbecue in particular, because barbecue is a really challenging type of food to pair with, because it's smoky and spicy and sweet all at the same time. So what do? How do you pair it with? A Zin goes very, very well with it. It has a little bit, this one in particular has a little bit of high level of acidity, which goes well with that type of food. So, you know, pick this up. It's, I don't know, $8 maybe, 8 to 10, something like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then the other one that I wanted to talk about, this one is called Fat Bastard, but the reason I wanted to talk about it, mostly, it's a cab, is screw top. So a screw top wine is perfect for the summertime, because you're typically either outdoors or traveling somewhere, you know, on the go. It's really, really easy to take with you.
And you don't need a
you
corkscrew to open it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
And
yeah.
the cap goes back on easily. If you got to put it back in the cooler if you're in the park and tote it out, it's super easy. Not that I would know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I just also wanted to say something else about Rosenblum. These guys are in Sonoma. If you watched our Russian River Valley video, we talked about Sonoma County. These guys are in Sonoma, and they just opened a tasting room, I think about a year ago, in Jack London Square in Oakland, California. So visit that. They're the urban tasting room, or something,
nice.
Urban winery or something.
And they have some really good wines.
Yeah,
I do
they
enjoy
are.
those
They
as
are
well.
very Zin focused. So
Yes.
if you like Zins, not white Zins, Zins.
No white zin. So thanks for joining us today on this beautiful afternoon in Colorado. We hope you enjoyed this episode on summer wines. We hope you partake this summer and enjoyed as much as we do. And of course, as always,
If you like this video and you want to see more, give us a thumbs up, an old like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're on Facebook, Instagram, the Twitters, anywhere else. Anywhere else you can find us on social media. We would be happy to have you.
yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Hi there, I'm Beth. And that's Meg. You say welcome to the Two Young Women. I'll say if our corkscrews could talk.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Hi there, I'm Beth.
Oh.
Cut!